go!
Hey guys, Retrohead here, welcome back to another video. Today's video is a little bit of a different video. As you can see, it's a Sega pickups video. And if you're not familiar with the channel, I collect for Nintendo, PlayStation, Atari and Neo Geo. And my dad collects exclusively for Sega. And he's bought quite a few Sega Game Gear games that I haven't shown on the channel lately. But I've got them all here now and there's loads of games to go through, so I really hope you enjoy today's video. If you do enjoy the video, please leave a like and please subscribe to our channel Retrohead. But without further ado, let's go on showing you these games. So there's quite a lot of games to show you here and they were both bought at separate times. So the first lot of games are just two games and they're bought from a gaming shop that I'll show you the footage of. And the other lot of games he bought from CEX, but I don't have any footage for that. I don't actually know how much he paid for those games either. But first of all, I'll show you the games that he bought from a shop, and that is GG Cards and Collectibles. The shop that I've been to before on the channel. It's an absolutely brilliant shop. I really do like going there. And he bought two games for his collection. But while we were there, I also bought a couple of bits for myself as well. So I'll show you that in a minute. But yeah, it's a really, really good gaming shop. And he bought a couple of games from there. So without further ado, let me show you the footage from that shop. So here I am in GG Cards and Collectibles, a shop that I've been to a few times on the channel before, and you know, I absolutely love it. It's such a good shop. They have so many awesome things, and a great Game Gear selection, as you can see today. You don't see a Game Gear section that big with that good games very often anymore, so that was a really nice thing to see. As always, if there's any particular items that are sticking out to you or anything that you'd have picked up, let me know in the comments down below. This PS1 selection has some really good games in it, and especially Medieval 2 is a really good one. So that was GG Cards and Collectibles, an absolutely amazing shop that I'd highly recommend you visit. But now let's head back to the games room so I can show you his pickups, because he picked up some really cool bits this time. So that was GG Cards and Collectibles, again, an amazing shop. If you haven't been, I'd definitely recommend you going and visit in there. It's really good. But he bought a couple of games, and also I bought a couple of little bits while we were there as well. So I'll show you his games first, and I'll show you the couple of bits that I bought. So the first game is an absolutely brilliant Game Gear game, and that is Shinobi. Quite a common one that you do see quite often. There is some much rarer ones coming up in the video. But this is still a pretty cool game to have, as he just didn't have it in his collection yet, and also a great game as well. Now, if you probably already know that I don't collect Sega, and I don't know overly much about Sega, so there's not loads I can say about these games, but I'll do the best that I can. So I personally have played Shinobi on the Master System, so I'm going to presume the Game Gear version is going to be quite similar. So I'll read a little bit on the back for you about this one. So it says, in this action epic, and I'm probably going to really mispronounce this name, but you, as Joe Muashiri, it looks like it says, must use your special skills in the art of ninjutsu to free your fellow shinobis and destroy the City of Fear. So it sounds very cool. When I played the Master System version, I really enjoyed it. So I'm sure we'll really enjoy playing this one as well. Really good artwork on the front of that one as well. Now, I won't tell you how much this one costs, because he actually bought two games. They did a bit of a deal. So the two games cost £60, and I'll show you the other one now. So the other game I'm not actually going to take out of the box protector, as it is the best conditioned Game Gear game I've ever seen. Bearing in mind, I don't look at Game Gear games very often, so I don't look at Sega games very often. But this is the best conditioned one I've seen, and this is a copy of Strider Returns on the Game Gear. As you can see, it's in absolutely amazing condition. They're all complete in box. Every game I'm going to show you in this video is all complete in box as well, so I'm not going to open them up. And I'm definitely not going to open this one up either, because it's just in such good condition. And I know absolutely zero about Strider Returns. I have never played a Strider game, so I'm going to read you a bit on the back about this one as well. Strider, Athletic Commando and Ultimate Warrior returns. This time, his mission is to cut through 5 hazard-packed levels in order to reach the evil Grandmaster to save the Earth from destruction. This time, there will be no limits, no mercy, and no surrender. And the screenshots on the back of the box look really, really good as well. And this looks like an awesome game. I've searched up a little bit of gameplay before I did this video, but that is the only gameplay I've ever seen. But it looks like a really cool game, and just for the condition alone, it's such a cool pickup, because you don't see Game Gear games in this condition very often anymore. Now, as I said, I also picked up a couple of bits myself in that shop. 2 things, they both cost a total of £5.50, but there's some really cool little bits here. So the first thing is actually an empty case. I picked up the game like thinking it'd be in there, because it was a game that I've been after. But it wasn't actually in there, and he said he didn't have the disc for it, and he just sold me the case for 50p. So that's pretty cool, because I can hopefully find a disc for it, and that's Pokemon Battle Revolution. Now this one doesn't actually have a manual, but I'm not really bothered. I only wanted to play this one because I was quite intrigued by it. I'm not into Pokemon cards at all, but I'm going to try and pick up the Pokemon games if I can. Like, I'm not going to pay, like, full market for it. I was only having a look out of interest to see what the game was like. But hopefully buying this empty case for 50p, I'll be able to buy the disc cheaper and be able to complete it for a cheaper price. That's what I'm hoping anyway, because I'm not overly into Pokemon. It'd just be nice to have a few in the collection, because I don't have very many. I think my favourite one is probably Pokemon Snap on the N64 behind me. But yeah, really cool case for only 50p, lovely artwork, and the back is sort of like shiny as well. So I was really pleased to pick this one up, and hopefully I'll find a disc for it in the future. And the other thing that I picked up was a strategy guide for only £5, and I was really pleased to pick this up as it's in such good condition. And that is the new Super Mario Bros. DS strategy guide. And I thought that was a really good price for a £5. It's the official Nintendo Players Guide you see there, Nintendo DS. And I just thought that was a pretty cool thing to find for only a £5. And I'll show you inside as well. It's in really good condition, and it goes so in depth about the whole game. I was really pleased to see that there. So for only £5, I thought that was a really good little pickup, especially in that condition, because strategy guides are normally quite battered, but this is a really nice one. So that was the pickups from GG Cards and Collectibles. Now I'll get onto the games that you bought from CEX. So I don't actually know how much you pay for these games, but they're all in pretty good condition. So the first game is a game that we were both quite surprised it didn't already have in his collection, and that is Mortal Kombat. What an absolutely brilliant fighting game. I don't like it quite as much as Street Fighter, but I still do love the Mortal Kombat franchise. And I have played this a lot of times on the SNES, but I don't actually own a complete in-box version of this on the Super Nintendo. I must get a copy at some point, because it's such a good game. But I can imagine it's going to be really good on the Game Gear as well. I personally have never played it on the Game Gear. If you have, let me know what it's like in the comments, but I can imagine it would play quite well. And it's just an absolutely brilliant fighting game that you just didn't have yet. And I've always loved the Mortal Kombat branding. Like, how cool is that box? It's always really simple, but really, really cool. So I'm really looking forward to hopefully giving this a go with him at some point when we can, because it looks really, really fun. And again, if you've played the Game Gear version of Mortal Kombat, let me know what it's like in the comments down below. Next up, and I can say a little bit more about this game, and that is the Lion King on the Game Gear. And this is a game that I do own on the Super Nintendo complete in box, and it is such a good game. I love this platformer. Also with Toy Story on the SNES, they're both great platformers. Very, very difficult games, they always have been, but they're always really good. And I do like a game that's a bit more challenging, because it just seems a bit more fun in my opinion. And the Lion King is probably one of the hardest ones, but they're all quite hard. I've never played it, but I believe that Aladdin on the Super Nintendo is a really hard game as well. Looks like a really good one though. But the condition of this box is really nice, and I don't think this is an overly expensive game. So a great one for him to pick out for his Game Gear collection. And also the condition of this box is really nice, I'll show you in a minute. But I've just shown you a bit of gameplay of this game. I really, really like this game. I haven't had it overly long compared to other games. I'd say maybe 6 to 8 months, but it's a really good one. So hopefully we can get around to playing this one at some point, as it looks like a really good version on the Game Gear as well. And this box is in really good condition, as you can see. Like, this is really, really nice condition. There's a little bit of lift in there, but apart from that, it's in really good nick. So a great one for him to pick up. The next game is one that I really don't know much about at all, and that is Wonder Boy on the Game Gear. Now this looks like a platformer. From the footage I've seen, it looks like a platformer, and they are like my favourite genre of games, and he absolutely loves platformers as well, so this is probably a really good one to pick up. I've always thought the box art on the front of this one was really random. I'll show you in more detail in a minute. But putting a little bit of footage in now, I'll read you a little bit on the back about this one as well. The evil king Drancon has kidnapped Tanya. Destroy the ferocious creatures and rescue your girl. There's not overly much information on the back, but it still sounds quite cool. And again, if it's a platformer from the 90s, I'm probably going to really enjoy it, and he always enjoys platformers. So we'll both get round to playing this one at some point, I'm sure. You can see the box art is so random. Like, I don't know anything about the game, so it might be obvious if you've played it, but like, what is that? That's so weird. It's like a head erupting out of a volcano. But yeah, it's weird box art, but it's also pretty cool as well. And again, this one was also in really good condition. He went CEX and actually found that quite a lot of them were in good condition. He left a couple because they were a bit rough, but he is quite a fussy collector. But CEX obviously had like a collector trade them in, because these are in really good nick. And the next game is one that I know even less about, and that is the Wonder Boy, The Dragon's Trap. Like, I know zero about this game. The only thing is, I think the artwork is a lot better on the front. I think that is really, really good artwork. It just looks really smart. Reminds me a bit of the Bubble Bobble games, that artwork, like the art style, the colours. Here I have my copy of Puzzle Bobble Mini on the Neo Geo Pocket Color, and as you can see, the colours are sort of a little bit similar. They do just sort of remind me of each other a little bit. I don't know about you, but I think they both look pretty cool. But yeah, I'll show you a bit of footage about this one as well. I have never seen footage of this game because I hadn't researched this one before the video, so I have no idea what I'm talking about here. So again, I'm going to read you a bit on the back about this one. As a dragon's curse can be hazardous to your humanity, join Wonder Boy on his quest to end his curse and regain his human form. I'm also looking at the screenshots on the back as well, and this looks really good. Again, platformer. So we'll both really enjoy this one. We both love platformers. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you enjoy platforming games? Because I think they're probably, personally, my favourite genre of games. Level with driving games. So I always love my driving games. But for sort of like getting stuck into a game, I think a platformer is such a good option. But yeah, this looks like a really good game. And the final game I have to show you this time is a game that he's been looking for absolutely ages, because he's really wanted this one in his collection. And finally found it. And that is Alien 3 on the Game Gear. Now, I personally have never seen an Aliens film, so I really, really don't know what I'm talking about here. This is Sega and Aliens, which I know not a lot about either, to be honest with you. I'm showing you a bit of footage now, and I did search up some footage before the video, and it really intrigues me. It looked like a really interesting game to sort of play. It looks like it plays a little bit different, so I'm going to read you a bit on the back about this one as well. Xenomorph are fast, spit acid, and are right behind you. Can't see very far ahead in these air ducts. Hard to breathe. Face huggers can be everywhere. Must find the mother alien. The closer you get, the more aliens you find. Better not have them find you first. Just keep telling yourself this isn't really happening, it's only a game. So it sounds quite scary as well. But I still think this looks like a really interesting game to play. And I think this has also got a Super Nintendo release, I'm pretty sure. So if we do play this on the Game Gear and it turns out to be a really good game, I might keep an eye out for the Super Nintendo version. I'm not really into horror films, so I've never seen any of the Aliens films. But I do really like the box art on that. It just looks quite creepy, so yeah. A really good game to play, I'm sure, but I have never played it. So as you can see, an absolutely huge stack of Game Gear games go in his collection in today's video. These are really, really hard to find nowadays in good condition, so to pick up this many in one video is absolutely awesome. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, please subscribe. And also, I just want to say at the end of the video, I'm sorry if I don't seem to know much about any of these games. I don't know overly much about Sega. I personally have never collected for a Sega console. I've always collected Nintendo and PlayStation. A little bit of Xbox, nothing particularly. And recently getting into consoles like Atari, Jaguar and Neo Geo and stuff like that. But I have never ever collected a Sega console, because it's always been his sort of thing more than mine. Yeah, don't know overly much about any of these games, so I'm sorry if I sort of seem a bit sort of difficult to talk about the games, but just not anything I really know overly much about. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, please subscribe, and also let me know what was your favourite game you picked up in today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye!